It's 2:47 in the morning. You're sitting on the floor of a CH-47 Chinook, 180 miles per hour, tearing through Venezuelan airspace with no lights and no radio, and 3 feet in front of you, zip-tied, blindfolded, wearing silk pajamas, is the sitting president of Venezuela. His wife is screaming next to him. You don't react. You've been training for this exact moment for 6 months. In 43 minutes, this man lands on American soil. In 6 hours, he'll be in federal court. But nobody is asking the important question. How did you get here? The answer starts 5 years ago, with a phone call, a traitor, and $50 million. This is your life as the Delta Force agent who captured Nicolas Maduro, and by the end of this video you'll understand why this operation wasn't won by the F-22s, the Chinooks, or Delta Force itself. The asset. August 2020 CIA headquarters, Langley, Virginia. An encrypted call comes in from Caracas, a colonel from Maduro's personal security detail. 8 years at his side. He knows every guard rotation, every tunnel, every escape route. He's eaten at the same table as Maduro. He stood outside his bedroom door at 3 in the morning. He knows where the bodies are buried, literally. His code name, Cardinal. And Cardinal has reached a breaking point. He's watched his country collapse in real time. He's watched the shelves empty, the hospitals run out of medicine, the children go hungry. He's watched engineers and doctors and teachers leave on foot because there's nothing left to stay for. And then he's watched Maduro fly cocaine to Miami on government planes. He's watched generals stack euros in Swiss bank accounts. He's watched the men at the top get richer while everything beneath them burns. One day in August 2020, Cardinal decides he's done watching. He wants out. But first he wants something. $50 million, full immunity, a new life in America for his entire family. The CIA agrees within 72 hours. They've been waiting years for someone like Cardinal, someone on the inside, someone close enough to touch. For 4 years, Cardinal delivers everything. Maduro's daily schedule down to the hour. His mistresses, his bunkers, the locations of his gold reserves, the Chinese intelligence officers operating in Caracas, the Cuban agents embedded in his cabinet, the names of every foreign operative in the country. The CIA knows more about Maduro's life than his own family does. But the most important piece of intelligence arrives in November 2024. Maduro has stage 2 colon cancer. He's been flying to Havana every 6 weeks in complete secrecy. Cuban doctors, Russian medications, not even his cabinet knows. And every time he leaves, palace security drops to 40% capacity. That file sits on a desk at Langley for 3 months, waiting, until Trump returns to the White House. First night back. Private dinner. Trump pulls the CIA director aside. Can we get Maduro? Burns places a folder on the table. 5 years of intelligence. Hundreds of pages. Trump reads for 20 minutes in silence. He looks up. Make it happen. The training. You don't find out about any of this until March 2025. Orders arrive at Fort Bragg. No explanation. Just a location and 3 words. Priority 1 mission. You end up on the USS Iwo Jima, an amphibious assault ship floating 70 miles off the coast of Venezuela, in international waters, off every radar that matters. In the lower decks, they've built something extraordinary. An exact replica of Miraflores Palace. Every hallway, every staircase, every door, the dimensions are perfect down to the centimeter. The mahogany door on the 3rd floor, same wood, same weight, same steel frame. You train inside that replica for 9 months, 157 rehearsals. You know there are 43 meters from the rooftop access door to Maduro's bedroom. You know there are 11 steps between the 2nd and 3rd floor. You know exactly how many grams of shaped charge it takes to blow that mahogany door inward without killing anyone on the other side. You've run this in daylight. You've run it in total darkness. You've run it with simulated gunfire, with smoke, with the sound of a woman screaming on the other side of the door. You've run it exhausted, dehydrated after 36 hours without sleep, because that's what real operations feel like. Not clean, not quiet. Chaos, and you have to move through it like it isn't. On day 1, your team leader, codenamed Hatchet, tells you something you'll never forget. We're not going in to kill anyone. We're going in to embarrass a government. Alive is the mission. Dead is the failure. You think about that line for 9 months. Every single rehearsal. Alive is the mission. The window. December 2025. Cardinal delivers the final piece. Maduro canceled his Havana trip. Why? He's hosting Chinese diplomats. A $10 billion infrastructure deal in exchange for oil rights. The biggest deal of his presidency. The kind of deal that makes him feel untouchable. The meeting is January 2nd at Miraflores Palace. That night, Maduro will sleep in the palace. 3rd floor, East Wing, his bedroom. Trump signs the mission authorization on New Year's Eve at Mar-a-Lago. Operation Absolute Resolve. The parameters are clear. Capture, not kill. 0 American casualties. Full extraction in under 4 hours. And one final detail that never makes it into any press conference. If the mission fails and any operator is captured, Trump authorizes a full-scale invasion. 18,000 Marines on standby in Florida. B-2 bombers armed and ready. This is not a bluff. You find out about that detail the night before launch. You don't sleep. The night. January 2nd, midnight. The palace is quiet. Maduro goes to bed. He had a good day. The Chinese deal is done. He's celebrating. By midnight, the advisors are gone, the palace is dark, and the most wanted man in the Western Hemisphere is asleep in his bedroom on the 3rd floor. He has no idea that 70 miles north on the USS Iwo Jima, you're putting on your kit for the 158th time. Except this time, it's real. 1 a.m. wheels up. 6 Chinooks flying 150 feet above the Black Caribbean water. No lights, no radio. Total silence. The Night Stalkers, 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, are flying so low the rotor wash kicks up spray from the ocean below. These are the best helicopter pilots on the planet. If anyone can thread 6 aircraft through a city at night without being seen, it's them. 1:58 a.m., the F-22s receive the execute order. A GM-88 missile streaked toward Venezuelan radar installations across the country. 12 stations go dark in 9 seconds. Venezuela's entire air defense network, gone. They're flying blind and they don't even know it yet. 2 a.m., the diversions begin. Tomahawk cruise missiles hit ammunition depots and fuel storage facilities at 3 military bases on the outskirts of the city. No casualties, deliberately. Just fire, noise, and chaos. Venezuelan troops scramble toward the bases. Sirens go off across Caracas. Civilians run for shelter. Palace guards rush toward the explosions on the horizon, rifles up, looking for an invasion that isn't coming from that direction. Nobody is watching the sky. 2:08 a.m. Your Chinook clears the city skyline. Below you, Miraflores Palace. Lit up. Colonial. Massive. Normally 200 soldiers. Tonight, 40. Disorganized. Distracted. The fast rope drops. You go first. 8 seconds. 12 operators on the roof. 2 guards hear the rotors and turn. They see you. That's the last decision they make before they hit the ground. Your team moves through the rooftop access door in 4 seconds. Stairwell. Night vision turns the world green. You descend fast, boots silent on the concrete steps. 3rd floor. East wing. The hallway stretches out in front of you exactly like the replica. 43 meters. You've walked this 157 times. 2 guards outside the mahogany door at the end of the hall. They see shapes moving in the darkness. They raise their rifles. They never fire. You reach the door. Your breaching specialist places the shaped charge on the hinges. You step back. 3 seconds. The door blows inward. Smoke fills the room. You move through it without slowing down. And there he is. Nicolas Maduro, sitting up in bed, hair-matted, silk pajamas, blinking at you like he can't process what's happening. The man who ran one of the most brutal narco-states in the Western Hemisphere. Confused, alone, suddenly very small. Celia Flores screams from the other side of the bed. One operator yanks Maduro to the floor. Face down. Flex cuffs on his wrists in 3 seconds. Another operator moves to control Flores. Maduro looks up at you from the floor. His face has gone completely white, and he says, in a voice that's trying to sound powerful and failing completely, "You can't do this. I'm the president of Venezuela." You grab him by the arm and lift him to his feet. Nobody responds. There's nothing to say. 2:14 a.m., you reach the roof. The Chinook is hovering, rotor wash beating down across the entire courtyard. You clip Maduro into the harness yourself. He's still talking, still threatening. You watch him rise into the air, zip-tied, blindfolded, in silk pajamas, and you feel the clock in your head finally stop ticking. 2:16 a.m., all operators aboard. You tap the crew chief twice. The Chinook banks hard north. Inside, Maduro sits on the floor muttering in Spanish. Prayers, curses, threats. You don't respond. You look at Hatchet across the hold. One nod. Mission complete. The lesson. The operation that took 3 hours to execute took 5 years to build. 5 years with a single asset, 5 years of patience, 5 years in the dark. Maduro had oil. He had Russian missiles. He had Chinese surveillance. He had 50,000 loyal troops. What he didn't have was the loyalty of the people closest to him. Cardinal, the man on his own security detail, was the weapon that brought him down. Not the F-22s, not the Chinooks, not Delta Force. One man who decided enough was enough. That's the real lesson. The most powerful empires in the world, governments, corporations, cartels, don't fall from the outside. They fall from within. If you want more stories like this one, subscribe. There are operations like this that never make the news, and this channel exists to tell them. And drop a comment, justice or act of war, because the debate is more alive than you think.